What do you want from a horror film? When you see a poster or a trailer for the latest wide-release horror movie, what makes you want to see it? A particular leading actor or actress? Established credibility from the director in the genre? Or did it just look pretty scary from that one trailer? Are you just always scared of ghosts and clowns? The answers are as various as any opinion, of course, but a better question is, how do you want a horror movie to make you feel? I, for one, am never looking for one to scare me in any jumpy or cheap way. The best horror movie experiences are ones that can sink its dark and terrifying ideas into my brain, filling it with a deep terror that never stops me thinking. Us is that horror movie. Something that stopped me dead in my tracks and made me think in silence the sheer scale of what Jordan Peele is trying to say. Us deserves more than a simplistic review, hitting points A, B, and C. This is the cast, pros and cons, here's a grade, like and subscribe. It deserves a closer look and a second watch. It begs you to look closer. Director, writer, and producer of Us, Jordan Peele, is on record saying that films from Steven Spielberg and Stanley Kubrick directly influenced the characters, themes, and shot compositions found in Us. This calls forth two things: a nuclear family put through terror beyond their control, and a deliberate inclusion of strange things, leading you to a conclusion of deep uncertainty and endless questions. Jeremiah 11:11, the rabbits, the tunnels, the scissors, a weird thing about spiders and hands across America. They all mean something, but you're left not knowing exactly what it all is. But it's not up to Jordan Peele to walk you through everything. It is up to you to decipher the code and reach something personal that hopefully makes you take a step back and think deeply. Jordan Peele is an incredible filmmaker. That much is certainly clear after seeing Us. His eye for telling stories about people you don't usually see on film, no less so in a horror movie, then twisting conventions and expectations at will is masterful stuff. Peele also made a crew change in cinematographers, now working with It Follows, Split, and Glass DP Michael Giacalakis, and the film is all the better for it. Sunstroked colours, one-point perspectives, point of view and split diopter shots, and the incandescent use of glass, mirrors, silhouettes, and shadows makes Us fit in with the discussion of great horror films in just looking perfect in every frame. Lupita Nyongo is and always has been an incredible actress, and this is no different for Us, an actor's dream film in a way. She plays both the mother Adelaide and her psychopathic doppelganger Red, giving each their own distinct voices, mannerisms, and entire core structure, following with the material and pushing it all further. Watch any scene where Adelaide and Red are together and try and tell me if it looks or feels like the same actress. It truly is a remarkable double performance of the same caliber of difference and raw emotion as Jeremy Irons in Dead Ringers and Jake Gyllenhaal in Enemy, or hell, even Lindsay Lohan in The Parent Trap. Everyone else is also playing one character as a regular, normal person with their own personalities, then pulling double duty as those twisted doppelgangers terrorizing the country. Winston Duke, newcomers Shahadi Wright-Joseph and Evan Alex, as well as Elizabeth Moss and Tim Heidecker, all do fantastic jobs in these double roles, even making it look easy to do, to be so divisive in a performance and never let the audience see the strings. It's this direction of actors to certain devastating emotions that Jordan Peele does so marvelously. It's a source of envy. Michael Abels' score as a true work of genius within the wider work of a genius filmmaker. It blends familiar moments of the great horror scores from The Exorcist, The Shining, Rosemary's Baby, and Jaws, underscores everything with a bone-chilling choir chorus, then pushes the medium to new heights with a twisted classical rendition of I Got Five on It by Lunas, all working towards that devastating effect. The film bleeds references to horror classics and is enriched with metaphor and meaning welling up from its core. But Peele's ideas can run too wild to cross the story. There are particular logistical questions concerning clothes, objects, and tools that Us doesn't need to go out of its way to answer. But creating a story that doesn't allow for those nagging questions to be asked is a stronger construction. Get Out, which was my favorite film of 2017, was a finely tuned piece of work, and Jordan Peele is trying to do many more things in this sophomoric effort, but it does feel more raw, less refined, more audacious than anything. When you have strong ambition powering through everything, it will divide audiences, create an experience that no one can predict. Get Out opened a window into Peele's mind as a filmmaker, giving audiences that piece of his inner workings. Us has kicked the door open back the other way. The film exists how it exists. We will all have different experiences with it. Different conversations will be had, theories will be created, metaphors found. Love it, like it, dislike it, or hate it. Whatever in between. Us makes you think. It does what great films should do, make you think. For a long time, I got a massive kick out of seeing Us. It is a beautifully performed, perfectly shot and scored, wonderfully crafted film that will keep you wondering and questioning for hours, even days later. Is it about class, something about the pain and trauma of America's past, an allegory for the worship of false idols? What's with all the rabbits? Just like another classic of the horror genre, The Shining, the true quality of Us is in its ability to make you ask questions and have conversations, instead of giving one all the answers. I think that is pretty fun. Don't you?